Hello my lovely friends, my name is Rue. How do you do? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are tapping on books, but we're only going to tap on hardbacks today. That is the theme. And also, I think I'm going to talk about New Year's. Because I thought that would be a fun topic to ramble about. So there you go. Today we're doing hardback book tapping and chatting about New Year's things. there you go. Okay. So yeah, it is currently January 2nd, 2024 when I'm filming this. It is the first day of the, work week of 2024. And I'm feeling like more motivated at the moment, which is so interesting because I wasn't really, I wasn't like feeling anything particular about New Year's. Like, it just felt like another day, you know? But there's just like something about new beginnings that is just so appealing, you know? And I realize that I've been stuck in a bit of a rut past, 2 or 3 months. And it kind of like snapped me out of it a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be like instantly amazing because, it's a new year. But I was sort of thinking about, because I was like watching some videos of people talking about their year and like talking about the highs and lows or whatever. And I was like, I don't remember anything about the year. And it made me realize like maybe I should try to do more memorable things this year. Because like your brain is very good at like, I don't even know, like, when you've done a drive so many times that you literally like zone out when you're doing it because it's so familiar. It's like the same thing with your life. Like if you do the same thing over and over and your brain is really familiar with it, you're just gonna like, I don't know, what's the word? Like, I mean, you're just not gonna remember it because it's not new and memorable to your brain. I'm gonna switch books. New book. So I would like to try to do more like new and memorable things this year, which is difficult because I don't have a lot of freedom. I don't want to say I don't have a lot of freedom. It's just like with my current life, like restrictions, it's difficult to do new and exciting things. But I still want to try, like in very small ways. Because I don't have a car. So I can't like go out and drive myself places during the day. Because my fiance works and he takes his car to work, obviously. So I do tend to get stuck in the same sort of routines every day because I'm here at home. So I just do the same stuff. But we'll see. And also, we haven't really been able to do a lot of new things together, like, because his car also isn't the greatest, like, so we don't want to drive somewhere far away because we don't want his car to break down. So that's also a thing, like we haven't really traveled or done anything outside of our hometown in quite a long time. So there's also that. And anyways, like all these things sort of contribute to me just like doing the same thing over and over again, which I don't mind, but like I said, I don't really remember much of the year at all, which is also because I do have some memory issues, but yeah, it'd be nice to do more things that like stick in my head, you know? So that's something I'd like to try to do. The other thing is I want to be more intentional about how I spend my time. Let me switch back. And I want to be more present in the moment, because I was actually doing really good with this, I think, like in the summer months. But then like fall and winter like roll around and it's dark and cold, and these are just like the months that I struggle in generally anyways. So I've kind of let myself fall back into old habits, and they're like different though, because I used to get really sucked into scrolling on my phone, which I've talked about this before, but I sort of eliminated that habit, sort of, to an extent. It's a lot better, because I don't use social media on my phone. I use it for like texting or my camera or whatever, you know, the uses it has that are beneficial. And I like don't touch it after a certain point usually in the day. However, I started to, so I check my desktop computer, which is over here, that's why I'm pointing, in the mornings after I drink my coffee and read my book, which is a habit I started this year, which I really like, because I have like a no screen morning, which is really great. But like after I drink my coffee and everything, I get on my computer to check my email and my YouTube and whatever. I have like one social media that I check. However, I've been letting myself get sucked into the computer, and I will spend sometimes hours on the computer in the morning instead of like doing what I need to do or things that I want to do, which is not good. So I have noticed that more over the last week, and I'm like, I need to rein that back in. And so that's something I want to work on, because so over the weekend I actually like had a day where I hopped off my computer and I did yoga, which like over the summer I think I was really being consistent about doing yoga like almost every single day, which I really think benefits me a lot. But I've really slacked off on that. So I did yoga, and I also was like, I knitted some. Like I've been trying to knit this scarf for, I guess, since October. And so I'd like to work more on that. What else? Oh, I journaled. I want to journal more. I haven't been journaling a lot lately, and I find that like the act of physically writing is very cathartic for me. So I did all these things in the morning, and it just felt so good to just like be present in the moment and not like living on the internet, which is, I feel I've been doing a lot of that lately, and it's just really not good for me. So I want to work on that. And I feel like I want to try to have more of a schedule. Like it is difficult for me to have like a set schedule, because my filming is so dependent on the environment and the noise, which I feel is a very appropriate time to talk about this, because there's a weird noise happening outside. So I do apologize. I don't think it's too bad, but if you hear that, I'm sorry. So I can't plan when I film, because I have to base it upon the noise level for the day. So I can't be like, okay, this day I'm filming between this and this, because that just doesn't work. However, I was thinking perhaps like I could have a sort of set work hours. So even if I'm not filming, maybe I edit a video or a script or, you know, whatever. I'm doing like work things between these hours, and that can include filming if the conditions are right. But if it's not, I could just work on something else. And so I could do so I do my morning stuff. I have my coffee, I read my book, I check my stuff on the computer, and then if I'm filming, I film. And so I could have this set chunk of time where I could work. And then after that, it would be really nice if I did some yoga or, something that isn't on my computer. I need to not get on my computer. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's very difficult to have a schedule when when your everyday is just so dependent on the conditions. But I feel like it would benefit me to have some sort of a general structure. So I don't know. I need to think more about that. Okay, let me switch to something else. It's a hefty book. And so I don't do New Year's resolutions. And I never have. I just don't work that way. Like if I want to accomplish something, I don't really base it on I'm gonna start at this time, because if I'm not willing to start now, then I'm never gonna, it's not gonna be successful. So I don't do New Year's resolutions. I usually just come up with a goal at a random time, and I'm like, okay, how can I implement this in my life? And I just do it. But it is kind of a nice time to sort of reflect and, readjust as needed. So, yeah, I don't find resolutions to be helpful for me, because I feel like, that just leans into my procrastination tendencies. And if I'm procrastinating it, that means I don't really want to do it anyways. And I'm putting it off for a future version of me who, supposedly has their stuff together at that time, but I'm not. So if I'm not willing to do it at this current moment, then I'm not going to be able to do it in the future either. That's kind of how I think about it. But yeah, New Year's has its perks, kind of makes you reflect back on things and, see things maybe you'd like to adjust a little bit. So that's kind of how I see it. The other thing I really would like to work on is that I want to be more active every day. And I would say I am a fairly active person generally, more active than average, but I've been really slacking off lately since it's been dark and cold and blah blah blah. And I know physical activity is so helpful for me, and getting outdoors is so helpful for me. So I want to try to do more of that, every single day, even if it's just yoga or whatever. Let me switch books. So that's something I want to start implementing more of in my daily routine. And the other thing I was thinking about, and this is very dependent on my knee. I have a bad knee. I was doing shuffle dancing for a long time. I'm not good at it, but it's really fun. And I was thinking I should try to do that again and see if my knee holds up, because it was really fun and it was really good exercise, and it made me sweat a lot and got my heart rate up. So it was really good for me. And I don't need any equipment or anything. You just put on some music and shuffle. So I was thinking maybe I'll try to get into that again. It's just very dependent on my knee, because I am it's very easily injured, but it's been very good lately, so I'm thinking like maybe it'll be fine. I can just test it out and see. I also have my bike that I can ride. I bought a bike trainer so I can set it up and ride it inside in the winter. I didn't realize though that riding it, like the first week I got it, I rode it like 3 times that week and it messed my knee up a little, which was really annoying because I was like, oh, this will be the perfect winter cardio, you know, and it'll be easy on my body and yada yada yada, but my knee, so I had to be very careful about how often I do that, and I have to pay attention to how my knee feels. But that's like also another thing that I can do inside. And yeah, I would also really like to get outside during the day more because we do walk every night when he gets off work, but it's dark and we just like use a headlamp. But it's really beneficial for me to get out in the sun. Like, you know, we had a long weekend together because of the New Year's, and we got out and hiked and walked, and it's just so good for me. Because we had like a few weeks where we weren't able to really hike. I think it was like rainy and stuff, so it's just felt really, really good to like hike and stuff again. And yeah, I need to do more outdoor activities, even if it's cold. Because you know, once I'm outside, it's not, I mean, as long as you dress well, it's like I enjoy it usually. It's just getting outside, that's the hard part. But I know it's so beneficial to me. Let me switch. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts this New Year's. I thought I would come on here and ramble about it because it's a easy topic to chat about while I tap on some books. Who doesn't love book tapping? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I really just want to be more present, more offline. You know, I've let myself slip back into the online world more than I prefer, and it's definitely contributed to this sort of numb feeling that I've been having lately. And, you know, doing more like real things helps me be more present and happy and fulfilled and whatever. And, you know, also I want to try to do new things and make memorable experiences. Hopefully, we'll see. It's difficult. But yeah, I don't know what this year will hold. I really don't. And maybe it'll be more of the same. Maybe it'll change. I don't know. I guess that's the fun of it. We shall see. It's kind of crazy though because, like, my channel was monetized last year, and that feels like such a long time ago. But that happened in March of 2023. I am not like super hopeful for like my channel growing this year because I just feel like it's been a very slow growth, and I don't set expectations that I feel could be unrealistic. So I'm just sort of here for the ride, you know. We'll see what happens. I have one more book. The last book. Yeah, but we'll see. I do have some things like on the side that I would like to accomplish that I'm not going to talk about because I might not do them because I suck at making myself do stuff, but I do have some other stuff I want to work on, so hopefully I can maybe do that at some point. I would really like, it would be amazing if I could become financially independent this year. Like, that would be huge, but I'm not really editing it, just because the growth on YouTube is so slow. But that would be the dream. Yeah, yep. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon where I post extra videos. If you want to help, the cheapest one is $3. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good New Year's. Feel free to leave your thoughts, your resolutions, your whatever below in the comments. We can talk about it. I hope you enjoyed the book tapping, and I will see you in the next